There we go, Steve. Once again, our old hunting ground.
Yeah.
Mr. Heritage, and here with this lovely car and something going on here.
Yeah, exactly. Moral of the story is don't do gardening at home, folks. It's not good for you. And also, it prevents me from driving my favourite car of all time, which is now even better because it's all electric.
Sadly, that means that I have to do all the driving, which is fantastic because it is fantastic. And listen, this is one of the most iconic cars of all time. And Steve, you know all about it, I believe.
Yeah, well, the amazing thing about the DS is that it comes after the Traction Avant, which is something that looks like the Keystone Cops. And it was like something that dropped out of a spaceship into the Paris Motor Show. Nobody could believe their eyes. It has multiple innovations. We don't have time to go into them, all of them today, but use of materials, all sorts of things, and in particular the hydropneumatic suspension. And the hydropneumatic suspension was a big challenge for us when we did the conversion. So should we pop the hood and have a look?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, cool.
Let's do that.
This is the where obviously the engine was, and I don't know if everybody knows this, but this is quite an unusual setup in a car anyway. The gearbox is at the front and the engine was behind it, so it's sort of opposite way round to most cars. So we left that gearbox obviously where it is, driving the front wheels, and then mated to that is a Hyper 9 electric motor.
Yeah.
And in there are a number of batteries, I believe about 5, isn't it?
Yeah, we've got about 25 kilowatt hours in there, 25 kilowatt hours under the back seat where the fuel tank was. This beautiful black box, which is where the original battery was, is hiding our new pumping system. So that's all just tucked in there. We've got the original LHM fluid reservoir as a little anachronism, which was part of the original car, and
still runs the original spheres. The whole of the system, except for the part that we developed, is still running as it would have done back in 50 something when it was first made. So, but it actually works slightly better now, doesn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, right, Steve. So that's under the bonnet. Should we have a quick look inside?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay, let's go. Inside is pretty much exactly as it came out of the factory back in 1972. This particular model, isn't it? It's got column gear change. Obviously, we retained the gearbox on this particular car. Reverse is done on a switch. It's classic Citroën Ds steering wheel with just one spoke.
Yeah,
it seems rather strange, but it's really cool. Just here, this is the charge point. It's a Type 2 charger.
And just as a final little touch, as designed and provided by the owner, the little DS EV Electrogenic sign.
Very French.
Should we go for a drive?
Hey,
that's your line.
I suppose I'm going to do it, haven't I? Yeah, okay, I'll let you have that one this time because you've got no choice. Bonjour, monsieur.
Au revoir.
Oh, hello to you. I don't know what's goodbye. Switch it on. Au revoir. Here we go, Steve. You and me once again.
Yeah, exactly.
Not done this before, have we?
I know. Camera watching us driving around the track.
I know. So once again we're at Mr. Heritage, and this time we're driving this beautiful 1972 Citroën Ds.
Yeah. My dream car.
Your dream car.
Yeah.
Which wasn't my favourite, but I've actually fallen madly, desperately in love with it now. In fact,
only since it's been converted to electric.
Absolutely, only since it was. Yeah, I didn't like it at all, but the electric conversion is fantastic.
Yeah. So the thing about this car is it was the immediate successor to the Traction Avant.
Yeah, I love that car.
Yeah, but it's something that looked like it was out the Keystone Cops, and this parachuted down into the Paris Motor Show like it was something from another planet, like a spaceship, like a Jetsons, and no one could believe it. There was nothing like this had ever been seen before. And it was designed to do the long French roads, all lined with poplars, with terrible road surfaces. So it has this amazing hydropneumatic suspension. All the suspension, brakes and power steering run from a single hydraulic system. And that was our big challenge when we were doing the electric conversion. So yeah, and which it turns out we managed quite well, I think. it's, for me, it actually drives better than the original. It's slightly firmer, which I think suits it.
Yeah. No, I think it was a really good idea, and Ollie done a really good job of it as well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Actually doing that, it was fantastic.
Yeah, really, really fantastic. In fact, we may have a new product, which is an alternative suspension system for Citroën owners who are not quite ready to convert, but want to maybe just improve their ride.
Yeah, but maybe, yeah. No, it does. It drives absolutely lovely. There's no effort. It's just simple. There's nothing to worry about. We've got gears, but we don't really need them that often. In fact, we don't need them around here at all, do we? And it's just so lovely to drive. And you know what? The nicest thing for me about it is if I drive around my little town where I live, people smile and wave. It's so nice, and we've got this little bell on here. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's just nice. People they hear that and they wave back and smile even more, and it's beautiful. It's just lovely, and it brings a big smile to people's faces.
Yeah, I'm so happy that the owner of this wanted it to convert it, because I've always wanted to convert one of these cars. They are begging for it. They were ahead of their time, and now once again, we're taking it into another new century.
It's good when you're ahead of the time. I mean, it's a bit like us, really, isn't it?
Speak for yourself, mate.
We said to the chap who owns the car that we would make sure it does 150 miles. Do you remember that?
Oh yeah.
Well, I actually did 151.279. Because it says it in kilometres, so when I translate it to miles, it's 151.279 miles exactly.
Okay. The thing about this car is that we've used the space underneath the bonnet, and also underneath the whole of the back seat where the
fuel
petrol
tank
used to be. Yeah, we filled that with batteries.
Yeah.
That means that the boot space isn't used at all, and it's a very large, very deep boot space, and give a range extension.
So give it like another 50 miles or so?
At least another 50,
wow, yeah.
70 miles would be easy, and also within the weight capabilities of the car. Yeah, so it's beautiful. I'm so proud of this car. And
no, you have to give it back, Steve. You cannot keep it.
I know, but yeah, and I'm so proud of the whole team, because everyone's contributed to it. So yeah, great car.